so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one.
Well, everybody, welcome back once again to the channel. You know it is JJ with you once again. I love these microphones. Gotta love them. But anyway, first time here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You know to hit the notification bell. Hello, machine. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. You know, I'm going to beat around the bush for a couple minutes because I know how you all like me beating around the bush for a couple minutes, but probably don't. But anyway, Linux project is here. The Linux project is here. Guys, you ain't gonna believe what I had to go through to get here to this point. I mean, this is just like this point. No, just kidding. Reminds me of an old girlfriend. No, don't say that. Now we got to keep it clean. Drinking snacks, guys. Gonna need it. It's gonna be a little longer one. I'm going to tell you guys where I'm at with this project right here. I got Linux installed. I got Windows 10 installed. I got it all wrapped into one little neat package. I decided not to go with Fedora, Linux Fedora, and Mint at the same time. Reason why I'm saying this is because why have two of the same distros when you can have best of both worlds? So what I did was I got Windows 11 24H2 right here, and I got Linux Mint right here as well. So they're both on the same SSD. I knew you were a daddy, Jay. Yeah, that's what I always hear, man. Everybody said, "Oh, you gotta be daddy now." I gotta be somebody's dad, that's for sure. So I just wanted to tell you this is where we're at. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. The party started right now. So let's go ahead and switch over to the graphics screen, Amtrak screen. Go. You guys know how that works. So guess what? Here I am. Here I am. I'm on this screen right here. I'm right here, guys. Okay. Let's go ahead and just start this bad boy up and see where I'm at right now. And it better not let me down. my God. Trying to get it started is like pulling my teeth. Finally, we got it started. Let's see if it goes through. Uh-oh. Let's hope it goes through. Come on. Always trying to play dirty with me. There we go. There we go. Now it's working. So now you guys can see it's working, but that's not where we're going to be. That's not where we're going to be, though. And that's your welcome screen that you get. That is your welcome screen that you get right there. So, look at that. Let's see if I can get Cyberpunk to work. Now remember, this is an older processor. So it's going to take a little bit. It is going to take a little bit. We're going to see if we get, this is the first time I cracked it. This is the first time I cracked it. So I have no idea how this is going to work. No idea. So we got to see if it'll crash. Oh, let's see. Wow. Let's see. Come on, give it to us. It's gonna take time, so you gotta give it a chance. I know the delays and everything else, but this processor's from 2011. So you guys gotta give it a little bit of a chance. Seriously. There we go. Here we go. This is the first time starting it up too, so remember, it's always got to load the instructions and everything else. Bro, rebar is off. There is no rebar on the 1650. There is no rebar on 1650. The GTX 1650 and this motherboard do not have rebar. Because we're not on Windows anymore. You guys got to keep that in mind. We're not on Windows anymore. So let's see, what do we get? I'll tell you what. I'm going to turn off all the crap. Just like I did over on Windows, I'm doing the same thing here. Turning all the hip hop off. Turn all the garbage off. Everything is off. And now we get to run the benchmark. Bro, you and your ray tracing. This is not the kind of graphics card you do ray tracing with. This, I can't do ray tracing with. It's too old. This is too old. You can't do ray tracing. So, just give it time. We'll show you. We'll show you what we're going to do. Just give it a chance. I mean, look, we're on Linux right now. Okay? Everybody's sitting there talking about, you know, the hoopla with Linux and all that. I spent the last couple days installing Linux. So, just to let you guys know that. I'm not sure how it's going to react to Steam, so this is what we're going to find out. If it's going to react to Steam. See, because we don't know. Ouch. And well, now we got our answer. Well, now we got our answer. It froze. With nothing on and it froze. Oh, well. Yep. It froze. Or did it? Oh no. Oh man. It is running so slow. We can't even see it. I was watching the colors go by. I'm threatening the game. Who knows? We'll see if it crashes. In the meantime, new rumors going out. New rumors going out about a 50 series graphics card. There we go. New rumors about a 50 series graphics card going out. And obviously it sees that we I've already got my answer. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks, man. But I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's just get out of... Let's just get out of Linux. There. Okay. Linux sucks. We know it. I'm not impressed. So you guys are right. I'm not impressed. So, but it is dual boot. So let's go to Windows. See, I could have it more than one way. If I'm not satisfied playing the game on one side of the field, I'll be satisfied to go on the other side of the field. So, like I said, it's either one way or the other way. So, and if I wanted Windows, I got Windows. So, and I always can play Steam on one side or the other. After months of spec leaks and rumors, NVIDIA finally unveiled the desktop and notebook version of the 5050. Yeah, I know, bro. $250, I do agree. Let's see. Cyberpunk's up to date. Now, that could be it too. It could be it's because it's I'm kind of testing Valve right now. Find out why their switching ain't working so good. So, as you can see, yeah. Good morning, party people. You got this kinky girl over here, you got that kinky guy over there, you got a kink everywhere. What'd I do? I hit the wrong button. That's it. That's it. Go to settings. Go to graphics. Let's just do the AMD FSR3 frame generation and just hit benchmark. and just hit benchmark. Guys, you know, for a GTX 1650, I'll tell you what, it's not that bad. It could be worse. Truthfully. Tastes like pool water. We need to get you through the intro of the game. Yeah, I gotta work on that. Why get a 50-50 when you can have a same performance with the 4060? Well, truthfully, if I got a 50, the difference between a 4060 and a 50-50 would be software. Futuristic software updates. I would have more updates on the 50-50 than I would the 4060. And plus the 50-50 would probably be equal to a 4060 at the same price, maybe a little bit more. So, yeah, a 50-50 would be not too bad. Guys, catch that. 94.23 FPS. I'll leave that up there on the screen for you to read. I'll get my big head out the way. There. There's the stats of this right here. This is on a box. This right here, this is on a box. I don't have this in the case. This is on a box. I got two fans. I got two fans here. I got one across the heat sink. Everything's covered cool. So. All right. Fair enough. I'll give you medium settings. On the textures. So, or there you go. Oh, show them without frame generation on? Okay. I will. Hey, fake frames, I'll tell you what. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome back, by the way. FPS is meaningless the moment frame gen is turned on. Yeah. But you have to understand, too, this is a 4 gigabyte of VRAM card. This is not 8 gigabytes. This is 4 gigabytes. 4. Big difference. So giving it that little bit of help doesn't hurt neither. And that's what you have to understand. Giving it that little bit of push doesn't hurt it neither. So at least you'll have a decent gameplay when it comes to it overall. So I lost about 1.06 FPS by going from low to medium. So we'll go back to the settings. We know how you guys don't like your frame generation. We will turn it off. All right. It is telling me. It is telling me to exit the main menu. It's telling me I have to restart the game. This is what sucks. I think the 8700G might have better performance than the 1650. Truthfully, I don't think so. I don't mean to sound like I'm negative Nancy, but the 8700G has to share its RAM with the CPU. This is a dedicated graphics card with its own dedicated RAM. When it comes down to it all, in truth and reality, it's the same amount of RAM, but you're sharing it with 8700G, you're sharing it with the CPU. That causes input lag compared to this right here where there's less input lag. So, and plus it runs, other than running on one PCIe lane for your graphics card, this runs on what, 4 or 8? I think this is 8 or 16. I'm not sure. You can have 64 gigs of system RAM with 16 gigabytes of VRAM, but the speed is not the same. The speed is not the same. No matter which way you cut it, VRAM is always going to be 10 times faster than system RAM. Hello there, Born Joker. Good to see you. Welcome to the channel. Okay. You guys wanted to see this without the frame generation? We'll get to it. But the thing is I got 64 gigs of RAM on mine too. My PC has 64 gigs of RAM, but I'm only running a 12 gig VRAM card. You can have that too. Oh, we're about to get this on. So, you guys wanted to see it. I'll leave it on medium. Frame generation is off. And I'm going to leave FSR3 on. How's that? Well, I'm glad you are here. Yeah, but it still doesn't have the memory bandwidth. It doesn't have the PCIe lane bandwidth. It might not, but okay, no frame generation. Here we go. 64 gigs of RAM is good if you're doing stuff like streaming while you're gaming. Well, I'm streaming and I'm gaming. So, I'm on medium settings with FSR3, no frame generation, guys. And it's going to give a good average, or whatever it gives. So it's staying around 50 to 52, but it might be a little less. It might be around 49. So 54. Yeah, I don't care about that old crap. I don't mind it. Hey, believe it or not, it's a good kind of thing for me. Bro, I even told you that this right here, even at 50, is not bad. I mean, to me, it's not bad. So 50.32. Even though I got it to run, Yeah, I know, medium textures. Bro. It is what it is. I know it's on texture quality medium. Okay? I know this. I ran it that way for a reason. You can play a game at 1080p, 30 FPS. There's nothing wrong with it. Exactly right. I played many games at 30 FPS. Okay, 60 FPS is a nice sweet spot, but 30 FPS, you know, you can run all the way down to 28, 27. So, look, years ago, we had to run on potatoes. We had nothing but mashed potatoes for PCs. Back in the 80s, early 80s, nothing but mashed potatoes for PCs. And this frame, everybody talking about frames, you know, frames per second. Back then, FPS was a blessing. That was the icing on the cake back then. Now everybody wants it like it's a drug. So I'm just saying. Well, to you guys it might not, but for me, for testing, it is. You're just thinking about the graphics card. You're not thinking about the CPU. You're not thinking about the platform that's here. The 32 gig of RAM that's being ran right here. Okay? Now, I'm going to take you guys topside for a moment. We're going to have a little talk. Before I flash the screen doing this. There you go. You know, I always forget to turn that off for some reason. I wonder why. Okay, let me explain this very carefully. This platform here is an older platform, yes. But you got at least 30% of the people in the world. 30% is a lot. That would use a platform at this speed. That would use a platform at this speed. The question was, can you game with an older PC? And you can, in a way. Not everybody plays AAA games, and you know, I know a lot of people that play AAA games, guys. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the consumer, the one that you know, the ones that I think about, and showing them that it's possible that you can take a $200 computer and make it into something. Okay, back 2 years ago, this was only going to be worth $200. $200. Back a couple of years back. But now, parts like this, they're not $200 anymore. Price has gone up. Until prices start to depreciate and come down, these are going to be high priced parts. You're going to pay at least $500 to $550 for this whole PC setup, including the power supply, including the case and everything else. Look what they sell on the market right now. They sell a crappy AM4 board. They sell it with the 5600G, and they sell it for $550. Almost $575 from what I've been seeing. Okay, now we have to get in our heads, those kind of systems that they push on Amazon and Newegg and wherever are not like this one right here. I got a 5600G, and this runs better than the 5600G. And for the price that this is worth, okay, this is a better deal compared to what they're selling on the market. They give you 16 gigs of RAM, 5600G, crappy motherboard, crappy case that doesn't have no airflow. They give you, what, 3 or 4 fans and a 550 watt power supply that's bronze for $550 to $575 for the PC. And I'm showing you something that costs between $375 and $400 today on the market. And this runs better than the 5600G, guys. That's my point. This is lower than their budget PCs, but it runs good. Now the motherboard for this you can find for $35. Now the RAM for this you can find for 32 gigs, $60. The processor alone right now, I found on the market $3. $3 on the market. $3. This right here, this 1650, you can buy them all day long for $40. Not this power supply. It's still going to cost you about $60, $65. Even the power supply costs more than most of this PC right now. Add the numbers up. This will probably cost you about $100 total. About 100, 125. All this. Not including the power supply. Or the case. Or the fans. But everything here, yeah. How many cores to this processor? You guys are asking. 8 core, 16 threads. 8 core, 16 thread processor machine. You can build a PC that will run anything for $1,200. You don't need a 5080 or 5090 gaming. No, you don't. I do agree. That I do agree with you. Whatever they're selling is double the cost of the parts. Doesn't really matter what it is. Yeah. It has RGB, so it's faster. Well, right, Jay? Man, I'll tell you what. You guys are saying 4 cores. This is not 4 cores. This is an 8-core 16-thread processor. Go look it up. It's a Xeon E5. So a 2680, I think. Hello, Big Ham. Welcome, welcome, welcome. iGPU gaining. iGPU supremacy. Yeah. Yeah, they're working on it, but that's just mainly for the laptops. They're not really doing too well on desktops. Hello there, Uriel. That beard gives you 10 plus. Manliness. You mean loneliness. Yeah. But anyway, I need to send you my RX 5500 to test. Well, I got the platform right here. Machine, I got the platform right here. Look, guys, I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm here to show you what you can do with, everyday parts. Ones that you find on the market that run, that are decent, you can do things with. I got a $3 8-core 16-thread processor. Okay? And if you guys don't believe me, let's see. No, it's 2650 V2, sorry. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll scoop my face and we'll put it in another place. And then what we'll do is we'll open up Google Chrome. And we'll just take you guys there. Okay. Alrighty. So now I'm going to grab my keyboard. What did I say? 2650. V2. 2650 V2 specs. Tech power up. Eight core, 16 thread, 95 watts, 3.4 gigahertz on the boost, Ivy Bridge EP. .22 nanometer. It's nuts, man. It is nuts. It's got 1,400 million transistors. The die size is 160 millimeters. 22 nanometers. This is nuts. Server workstation. Production status unknown. Release date September the 1st, 2013. It's got a good multiplier, 26x. There you go. Oh, I thought it was DDR4. My bad. It is DDR3. Quad channel memory bus. Quad channel memory bus. Big difference. Gen 3 PCI Express. The cache L3 is 20 megabytes shared. I don't mind that. 256 kilobytes per core for L2. L1 is 64 KB per core. And they're all the little goodies. And see this right here? This says SSE 4.2. And it meets the approval of Microsoft's pop count. That's why it's on 24H2 with no problem. A $3 processor. $3. And it's still valid. Why it says unknown. Just to give you guys that helpful hint. Since you didn't believe me. There you go. That's what I got right here. So let's see. Hello there, Silicon Steak. Good to see you. Welcome to the channel. AW Crows, good to see you. Good to see you. Bro, you can make a few $100s off of a build like that easily. Yeah, you're right. I could, right? What can I do with the Galaxy Book S? All I got. I'll have to get back with you. If you guys want to be on my Discord, that's where you can get a hold of me all the time. Would be on my Discord. So you might want to start there. Open Google Chrome. Big mistake. Well, if you got a Chromebook, I don't know. I would have to look into it. What's in your main rig? What's in my main PC? I run a Ryzen 7 5700X with the B550 motherboard from Asus with 64 gigs of RAM and a RTX 4070 on a 750 watt power supply in a well air-cooled case on a Crucial P2 NVMe SSD, and I got another NVMe SSD, which is a Samsung Pro 990. So, and plus I got a 16 gig or 16 terabyte big hard drive to go along with it. So I got about 18 terabytes of space, if you're wondering. Old Xeons are worth it. I've built up a few Z820 HPS. Nice. Go as scrap. And the China boards pick up the slack. If he's talking about the 2011 V3 and V4. Actually, this is the 2011, yes. The X79 LGA 2011 V2. I got the V2. But yeah, there's a V3 and a V4. I think. I don't know. Yeah, there is, I think. So, Windows 11 works. Bro, this is Windows 11 here. You want me to show you again? Let's see. Let's go ahead and get out of this right here. And let me get the keyboard. Exit menu, confirm. Yeah, we'll just get out of this menu right here. Never seen a powerful, efficient Intel. Damn. Yeah, I know, right? See, the problem is you got it. It's not what you use, it's how you put it together. That's how it matters. It's how you put it together, balance it, and make it more efficient. So, I mean, all I did was balance mine. That's all I did. Oh man, my face is in the way. There, now I got it. Now my face is on the bird. Okay. So if I were to go and hit this and use the right mouse other than the wrong mouse, go into my settings, go to system, scroll all the way down, hit about. See, right here, I'm going to show you guys right here so you can see. 1 terabyte hard drive, graphics card, 4 gigabytes of VRAM, memory, system RAM, 32 gigabytes, the processor, Xeon, right here, E5 2650 V2 at 2.60 gigahertz base clock. Okay. Shows you what the processor is, the IDs and everything. Right here, Windows 11 Pro, 24H2. And you guys can't get, I can't tell you how much this is what's going on right now. Okay, you can see it yourself. It's right there in front of you. So, let me read back on your messages, guys. You're kind of getting ahead of me here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. That's a power hungry old right there. Yeah. 95 watts. It works. Hey, believe it or not, my newer system pulls 91 watts. So, as you can see, there's not really that much of a difference. So, you can make Windows 11 work on LGA 2011 just fine. You set the lab configs in the registry on install. Actually, no, I did not. I did not. I installed Windows 11 24H2 with this same drive on a different motherboard. All I did was transfer it from that different motherboard to this motherboard. And all I had to do was reinstall Windows 11. Oldest trick in the book. I didn't have to mess with the registry. It is what it is. So, never will run any game made at least 10 years ago. Yeah, that's true. I do agree with that. World of Warcraft CPU, yeah. Out of date motherboards holding it back. True. I passed them on the friends and just like to tinker. That's basically all I'm doing right now is just tinkering with it to see what performance I can get out of it. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet with this. So this is just getting started. Galaxy Book S is a Windows laptop. Yeah. But like they always say, there's sometimes you can do stuff with laptops, but there's other times you can't. So That's just something that rolls with the punches. I run an Intel Arc A750 on a Gigabyte B760 motherboard with Samsung 990 Evo SSD and 600 watt PSU. Well, that's not bad. You don't need to do nothing with the Galaxy Book S then, if you got that kind of system. Pray for me running 8 gigabytes and Intel in 2025. This has got 4 gigabytes and I'm running it in 2025. 4 gigabytes with 32 gigabytes of system RAM. VRAM 4 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes. I don't know. Kind of odd to me, but you can find deals on V half price as well. Yeah, true. Also got 32 gigabytes of DDR4 G-Skill Ripjaws, 3600 megahertz RAM. Yeah, and I got 64 gigs of Corsair, 3200 megahertz CL16 RAM, boosted to 3400 megahertz CL16 RAM. Okay, you see the difference? You can run 3600 megahertz. I can run all the way up to 3533 on 4 sticks. And I don't need to spend the extra bill to pay to get 3600 megahertz. So I kind of clock my own RAM. So it's more interesting. So Sandy Bridge, Ivy Bridge, 3 and 4 is Broadwell has one. Do agree. 9600X. Oh, guys, 9600X 3D. Just been spotted. Just been spotted at 9600X 3D. Who knows where it's going to end up at? If it's going to end up over Europe, if it's going to end up at Micro Center, if it's ever going to make it to Amazon or Newegg, or, you know, who knows? But it was spotted, and it looks like the 9600 non-X, 9600 non-X and the 9600X 3D are being to where they're going to come out. Who knows the price? Hopefully it's a good one. See, I'm not upgrading for 5 years. Neither am I. I got 3 years to go. Well, actually, almost, no, mine's down to about 2 more years, and then I can upgrade. Why is your chat screen so high? It's right here. I got a screen here, a screen here. I got 3 screens. It's up so high is I'm trying to focus myself on you guys watching, you know, the chat. So you guys think I'm paying attention to you and I'm looking at the chat instead of looking like this. Then you guys think I'm ignoring you. I'm looking up like this. That's the reason why I'm up like this on this screen behind you. You're breaking your neck looking up. Yeah, I know. Sorry, but I have to, guys. You know, it's a matter of optics. Okay? Right now, this is the little space I got to work with. Okay? This is my little space. Right here. That's my computer space. That's it. That's all I get to work with. You know, I don't have much space to do anything with. I got 3 screens here. I got 1 PC. I got 2 PCs here. Actually, I got 1, 2, 3. Those are on the shelf. But anyway. Let's see. You've got an Ivy Bridge. Yep. Hello, Cyborg. Good to see you. Cheers. Don't forget your snacks. Yeah, exactly, Cyborg. Don't forget your snacks. Don't forget your drink, by the way. Yellow, good to see ya. 5800 X3D. B450 motherboard. Damn. RTX 5080. 32 gigabytes. 1 terabyte. And wow. A B450 motherboard? It's $34 more. You might as well go with the B550 motherboard and move up to a PCIe 4.0 X16 and at least give yourself a better chance instead of sitting at a 2.0 X16 speed on a 5080. That's just my opinion now. How's that running? If it works for you, let it roll. That's all I'm saying, Yellow. If it works for you, let it roll. Simple. There's no bottlenecks with the PCIe 3.0 on an RTX 5080. Well, yeah, depends on if you're undervolting. Probably be undervolting for a balance, to do a balance to have no bottlenecking, something like that. Actually, not much of a bottleneck, honestly. If it is a good board and it can run the RAM, yeah. That is true, Born Joker. That is true. I got a B450 with Asus written on it. I know you guys, some of you guys don't like Asus, but that motherboard was really good until I crapped it out. But yeah, I'll get it fixed. I'm just tinkering with it right now. But yeah, that ran 64 gigs of RAM. It can run all the way up to 128 gigs of RAM. The B450 motherboards. If you get a really good one, yeah, it'll run all the way up to 128 gigabytes of RAM. And it'll run all the way up to 4400 megahertz DDR4 RAM. So, it's not a bad motherboard still. Alrighty. There, now you guys can look at a bird. I'll leave that running. Gee, hell with it. It's got RGB there, machine. It's got RGB. Look, it's got RGB. It's got RGB. Look, and guys, I want you to understand something. Let's say I was 17 years old, which I wish, but anyway, and I wanted to build my first PC, and I had a budget that I had to work with, right? And you don't have that kind of money, okay? This is more or less like starting off at a budget. But the air cooler, this is overkill. This air cooler is a beast of an overkiller. I mean, this right here is the same right here. It is a monster. Look at that. Look at that. That's a beast, man. That's the same one I got right here. Same one. Jeez. Yeah. That's a monster. Right now, this is probably running at about 28, 29 degrees. In the BIOS, it says it's running around 22, 23 Celsius. So, yeah. Machine. RGB equals faster. You're right. So, 4K native means no DLSS or FSR or XeSS. No frame generation. Yep. It runs with DLSS just fine. There you go. I only want to buy an Asus motherboards. Yeah, I know. But look, if you guys are looking to get in on the budget and you want to keep yourself on a budget to where you just want to get yourself something to get you by, you can go to AliExpress. You can pick yourself up a package, have it sent over to your house. Might take a couple months. That's the bad part. This motherboard here took 2 months to get it. 2 months. I wasn't happy about that. So, I got it. It's a monster, guys. You know, if I can game on older games with this and have fun with it, that's all that matters to me. And that's what it's going to matter to somebody that's just wanting to get one really quick, you know, that don't have the real big time to go into detail with it. You know, this is something you don't have to go into detail with. It's pretty easy to put together. So, I am not trying to sell this to, you know, to everybody and tell you, you know, it's the best in the world. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you it's great for an entry-level gaming machine. Entry-level gaming machine. That's all this is. And what we're here tonight was for Linux Mint. And what I found out with this right here, I can game with it on Steam on Windows. Hey Dakota, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. High five once again. My CPU cooler is a Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120. Yeah, I had one of those. I threw it in the garbage. You asked. Or no, you said. I've seen them. I'll take this over a Peerless Assassin any day. Because I pushed this to the max and it only goes up to 33, 34C. That's the most. So I push it pretty hard. There are billions of kids in India that would love to see a video for that build. Not trying to be a jerk, just actually for real. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Look, everybody can watch it. It's an easy build. I mean, I took it out of its case. I put it right here. I mean, have a look. I put it right here. I took it out of the case. So here it is. I took the RGB out of this fan. This is a blacked out fan. A whitish blacked out fan. I took the RGB out of this. I kept it in this one. And I kept it right here. So it is what it is. I mean, there it is. It's no bigger than an ITX. That's the thing. It's no bigger than an ITX. Does the bottom of that or cooler have copper? Sorry, I didn't take the thermal paste off of it yet. But yeah, it is. It's copper. There, you can see the copper in there. Yep, it's copper. Each heat pipe connects directly to the block itself. See how it's connected to all the fins? All the fins are connected into the copper heat pipes itself. It works. Just saying. All right, I'm going to break my neck for a minute. Let's see. Let's catch up with you guys. Does the bottom of that, or yeah, copper actually, touching, or are there plates in between? No, actually, the pipes themselves are touching. In between are nickel plated. In between the copper, there's nickel plated. So you got more. I don't have anything to clean it off right now to show you, but you know what? I'll get the alcohol. I'll just take and steal my napkin right here. I'll just clean it off. No excuses when it comes to PCs. No excuses. There. Here you go. Now you can see what it looks like. There you go. Makes direct contact with the pipes themselves. That's why I like it. I don't like the pipes to sit when you got a copper, you got a nickel plate at the bottom, like here. When this is all nickel plated, then you got the pipes sitting in between the nickel plating. I don't like that. When it's flush nickel plating with the copper, I like that. I do. I like it that way. Gets better contact myself, I think. I don't know. You guys tell me, what do you think makes better contact, the nickel or what's on here? Let me know. I want our GB Nike tracksuit with overclock Air Max 90s. Yeah. Yeah. I'm distracted. What's in the name? I forgot the name of this. It's only a cheap $20 air cooler, guys. I mean, when I first seen it, to me it looked like a novelty. But I ordered it. I ordered 2 of them because they're 20 bucks a piece. I thought they were a good deal. And turns out I was right. Let me remember. Hold on. Let me see if I can dig it out. Let's see. Give me a moment. You can get them on Amazon. That's where I got mine. Let's see. PC air cooler. Let's see what I can find for you guys. Oh, I guess they're $34 now. Give me a moment. I'm looking for it. Better way to find it. Or was it? I'll find it. I know it's here. They gotta have it. I spent like maybe an hour, hour and a half looking for a cooler that I wanted. This was back in a long time ago. Okay, well, I guess this one, it will be close to what I have. Okay, so this one probably be, yeah, this one will probably be close to the one I have right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll move you guys over to the action screen. Okay, this would look like it's closer to what I got. So if you're looking at it, it's about the closest you're going to get to it. Not bad for $28. Mine I got for 20 bucks, but 28 bucks, that's not too bad. Little different design, but you guys would prefer that other than the Clippies. So let's see. Yeah, those are excellent. You just have to look at the picture because not all of them are the same. Yeah, I know. I agree. Single stack like that design will perform the same as a double stack with the plate in between. Yeah. That will actually cool as good as a Peerless Assassin, which is crazy. Yeah, I do agree with that. Dakota says, I heard bad things about those Chinese coolers a few years ago about hoarsely and uneven contact pressure between the heat pipes and and over all poor quality. I'm glad you got a good one, Jay. Yeah, bro, I do agree. I mean, there to me. I mean, look, I think this is a beast. For an air cooler, this is a beast. Okay, it's. I mean, hell, you can run that all day long with no problem. I've been running this all day long. This PC's been going, well, I turned it off for about a half hour, but this has been going since 5 o'clock this morning, and it's now 7:30, almost 7:30. I mean, let's see. That's from the GPU. And you guys know them older ones run hotter. CPU. I mean, can you beat it? No. If I've been running this on and off with the games, doing updates and everything else, and been just power, you know, it's good. A lot of things that people don't understand about server processors is they can take a lot more beating. They're used to running at 500 watts. Server processors are used to running at 500 watts. Some are used to running at 100 and almost 200 watts. This one's 95 watts, yes, I do agree. Hello, Brain Dead. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Original fans just had static colored LEDs. Yep. This is old school. I like it. Actually, if you look at the air coolers that have the most reviews and the best reviews, a lot of them have that design, of course. The original fans just static color LED, yeah. Would you ever use an Intel card? This is Intel. Uriel, this is Intel. This is an Intel motherboard. Well, actually, it's a machinist motherboard with Intel chipset drivers. So it's still considered mainly Intel. This is a Xeon processor, still considered Intel. So, yeah, I'm using Intel regardless. Intel has more than one processor in the world, especially when you're running server grade processors. They can handle a lot more than your gaming processors. I mean, you can even get the newest server processor and use that with a gaming graphics card rebalance it, boom, guess what happens? You got a cool running, beast hungry PC. There are times that I've done mess with the servers and, got a lot of performance out of the servers. So that will actually do 200 watts. Yeah, I know, Born Joker. I just say 95 because that sounds about right to me. After finding out a few years later, air beats water. Not at start, but after warming up, both take the air to count out more than anything. Ventilation. Yeah, I do agree, Brain Dead. Way he has those server fans on there, he could probably do 300 watts with the thing. Yeah, I bet you I could. Brain Dead says, as long as people clean the dust, a PC can last for years. Yeah, that's one problem people have, is they get past 2 years before they clean it, and they wait too long. You should clean your PC every 6 months. And if you smoke in the house, you should clean your PC every 3 months. I clean my PC every 6 months. I've had these fans I got on my main PC for over 2 years. And they still run at 100%. These fans right here are over 2 years old and they still run at 100%. So yeah, I do understand the logic. You could run that without any fans, would passive cool at 95 watts. Yeah, but I'd rather keep it down around 20 to 30 Celsius. It keeps it, to me, fresh. So, I meant Intel graphic card. I have an 8th gen processor with Intel graphics. I'm just not a fan too much anymore of Intel. Well, just what they put out recently is just okay, but before then it wasn't that great. But anyway, I used to run 4070 90K. I have one of those right over here. Sits on a shelf. How much liquid is in that damn cup? You mean it's almost empty? And I still got a half an hour, and it's, guys, it's almost empty. Damn. Okay. I had to check, make sure I was online. Let's see. My CPU cooler is pretty cool, pretty cheap. We know, Dakota. We know, man. Let's see. My CPU. 14600K will give you the same 1% lows as 9800X3D. Go ahead, argue with me. I ain't gonna argue with you. I know you're right. I'm not gonna argue that fact. I am not gonna argue that. So, AW Crows, good to see you, man. Star Citizen eats Intel CPUs alive. Hello, Watery Events. Good to see you. I always go back to Mint, but I'm currently running vanilla ARC on my RX 6950X. Whoa, nice one. That's a nice GPU. My bad. That's a nice GPU, man. With 11700K, nice setup. The newer kernel let me overclock using LAC. Nice. Well, I tried with this, and my conclusion is that the heavy AAA games on Linux Mint are not for this. Later games maybe, but older games maybe, but newer games I don't really foresee it. Now, if it was on Windows, that's a different story. On Windows 11 24H2, it runs fine. On Linux Mint, it doesn't run fine. And we all know the one reason why, and we might as well get it right out here. NVIDIA needs to fix the drivers for Linux. We all know this. They need to fix the driver for Linux. I tried to upload the new drivers for Linux for NVIDIA. That was another thing I was going to mention to you guys. I was like, oh my God, this has got to be a zoo. I see what everybody's talking about now. Yeah, I might have a 4070 and I might be on Windows 11, but there's going to come a point in time I'm not going to be on Windows 11. That everything's going to shift over to Linux. We all know this. So, what does that mean for me having a 4070? I'm kind of cringing on it right now. I'm kind of cringe binging right now. I blast mine with the electric air duster every few months. Yeah, and if I get me a good girl too, she can... Never mind. I ain't going there. Don't even push me. No. After 6 months, your temperatures might have gone up 5 degrees. You should keep an eye on that. Tells you when the time to clean it. I put mine on the schedule. 6 months is 6 months. And if it needs cleaning before then I'll check and see. When my computer's off, I'll take my little light right here and I'll shine it down and look on the blades. And if I see a lick of dust, that PC comes apart and I'm cleaning it. Simple as that. And I do mine with the toothbrush. So. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up with you guys. You guys are just, wow. You guys are just going at it tonight. Get a garden blower out every 2 months. Keeps the PC clean. Yeah. Good one there, Cyborg. Hello, Jack in the shop. Good to see you. Welcome to the channel, man. There aren't too bad today's landscapes. I got mine for 150. Well, that's not too bad. B770 it came out Might be worth to see. Well, we'll see. They're talking about it. You're not going to find too much of a good value now these days at $200. Even your 6600, the 6600 RX 6600 is well over $200. It's almost close to about what, 247 or something like that now. Come on, man. These guys are just getting stupid with their prices. You know, these retailers are getting really super stupid with their prices. I just don't like Mint. Well, some people do, some people don't. I just tried it because, you know, I tried it once before back a couple years back. I really didn't like it then, but I hear everybody saying, hey, you know, it's gotten better and everything else. And so that's why we're here today, to see if it's going to be, because don't forget, in October the 14th of this year, Windows 10 is going bye-bye. And November of this year, Windows 11 23H2 is going bye-bye. So what are you left with? 24H2. That you got to pull fingernails to get the operating system to work. Unless you want to pay an extra $30 a year for the next 3 years, and after 3 years has gone by, there is no more Windows 10. Totally discontinued. So by 2029, it's done. 2029, it's done. And guess what? So is Linux Mint. They got an end date on Linux Mint on 2029. So it looks like it is what it is. Let's see. What's the right RAM and a little knowledge until kicks AMD's but all day long, especially when you consider cost. Yeah, I know. Oh, Intel, I got you. Machine, yes, sir. What? Machine, Dakota, what? What's up, man? Paintbrush works good too. Very soft bristles. Yeah, I use a toothbrush. I don't know why. I just use a toothbrush. It balances my time. You always heard that if you use the right toothpaste and the right toothbrush, it works fine. But don't use it as thermal paste. Do not do that. Somebody did that already. Blew up their CPU. Don't go there with that. So yeah, get a relative modern GPU for $150 was something I was willing to try out. I don't blame you there. And used cards are being priced unreasonable too. I do agree with that. I go and look at eBay, and the thing is this: when I see used prices as much as new prices, what am I going to do? Go get a 30-day warranty, or am I going to go over to the other side and get a 5-year warranty? It's a no-brainer. Everybody thinks that those prices, they can keep those prices to whatever they want. That's nothing but what they call a scammer's paradise over there. Until they do something about it, it's going to be what it is. So I don't even worry about used prices anymore. That's just being honest with you. My main computer runs Arch and Catchy OS. Well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Imagine if they didn't break support for AMD and how much further their graphics card development would be. Yeah, I know. Things changed. I mean, looks like that the graphics card companies, all of them are starting to make a break towards AI and data centers, or they're making the money. They're not making money off of the gamers. So why do you think they're giving us all the crap? Why do you think they're giving us the third world, third world silicon? This is what we call the third world silicon. So yeah. People still have bad taste in their mouths. Over 2 decades ago from one, Intel stock went down. Well, yeah, and it's just 2 decades later, did the same thing again. I do agree. You can upgrade Linux Mint in place, but I always recommending reinstalling when moving forward whole new versions. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. But also too, I like to keep a little bit of security on my stuff as well. I'd rather just update other than take and totally rip everything out and put it back in. So I'd rather be looking at security other than trying to pull a brand new operating system, which could have malware at any time, because remember, open source is open to everybody. Anybody can get their hands on open source. Anybody can put a code, a malicious code, in a program that nobody knows about, and somebody downloads it. Guess what? Boom, it's all over the place. So it doesn't matter. That's the good deal with Microsoft Windows, is they have constant protection. It's 70% protection, but it's better than nothing. So oh, you use a potty train module there, Born Joker? What's a potty train module? Just kidding. I sold my RTX 4070 Ti on eBay the other day for $615. Damn. You should have sold it to me. That would have been a cool idea. But I didn't have $615 anyway. Anybody get that new $75 case from Lee and Lee? I get mine Monday. No. It looks good though, but no. Hey, I live in a third world. I find that very offensive. Don't be offended about that. In this world, this is PC world. This is not the real life world. Okay, what happens out in the real world, that's different from what's inside here. Okay, this is the PC world. Okay, there's a whole different ball game here. So do not get offended when somebody says the third world. I mean, they can say third world to anything, like fruits and vegetables are like from a different third world. Okay, it could be a different third world or a different universe world. It could be anything. So don't take it offensive, and there's nothing offensive that was trying to be said. Just saying, there's nothing to be offended about, because we're all friends here, and there's nothing offensive that I try to mean by that. Not having $615 is very relatable. Yeah. I mean, I think you meant third tier silicon. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was what I meant, was third tier silicon. Look, I just said third world, okay? To me, when you're getting low grade silicon, to me it feels like they're giving you the bottom, they're giving you like Not the best of the best, but they're giving you some good, but not bad. It's, and truthfully, I look at it like all the silicon we get right now for our graphics card is third grade. It's grade number 3. So I just think it's crap. Oh, it's all good, URL. It's all good. I understand. Got the 5070. Wow. You know, I really wish I had the 5070. No, I don't. I get the 4070. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the 4070. I don't need the 5070. But I'm glad you got it. If you got it, I'm happy you got it. Yeah. Micron is the biggest offender outside of their own crucial brand and Micron name. They sell tiered chips to other vendors and big time. That they do. Their AW Crow. That they do. That's why I get Corsair RAM. Because the Corsair RAM I got is nice. What company does Corsair use? What company does Corsair use? This is a good thing to find out. There's only 2 companies. Supposedly, there's only 2 companies that Corsair uses for their system RAM. So, I'll see if you guys know that one. GTX 1080 Ti was the pinnacle. Yeah, I do agree with that, Yellow. I do agree with that. That was a beast in its own time. That was a beast in its own time for sure. That's for sure. I mean, I do agree with you. Sorry, I'm stretching my leg. You know. You guys got RTX? Yeah, I got RTX. I got GTX as well. I got I got GT. This is a 730 GT 730. I got GTX right here. I got RTX in my main PC. So I got RTX all over the place. All the way from the GTX to the GT to the RTX. It's all over the place. So I'm happy with it. Did I drop the microphone? I dropped you guys, sorry. Yes, I still got my $10 microphone. It still works. My $10 microphone still works. So, Hynix and Samsung. That is correct. I got Samsung RAM with mine, and I'm happy with it. I got an RTX 5080 last week. Heavily discounted because one of the fans on it was a bit weird, and I fixed it. Well, congratulations. Hopefully you didn't pay over $450. Hopefully not. But if you got it for less than $450, you're doing great. Just saying. I still got an old GTX 960 as a backup GPU. I got Abusive X. We all had that one time, so there you go. We all had that. And I'm out of water too, guys. Wow. Well, I'm glad you guys came along with me on this adventure with this right here. You know, I'm really glad you guys did, because I'll tell you what, it was a good adventure. That means with Linux, I'm going to tell you right here. If I'm going to do anything in the future with Linux, I'll make sure I tell you guys on the videos or tell you in the live stream. But I think right now with the Linux, for me, and you know, I don't think for what I'm doing, especially with the gaming, I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be beneficial with Steam. So, you know. What do you mean had? Or what do you mean I had? I don't know. What was the question again? I got lost in the question. Jack in the Shop, what are you talking about? What do you mean had? What are you talking about? We need to talk about the 50-50. Bro. I'll tell you what, the 50-50, what is there to talk about? We all know it's got 8 gigabytes of VRAM. We all know that it's going to be slamming just as much cores as the RX 6600. We all know that there's not, the only thing that you got benefited with it is something you can't use on it. I mean, what is there really to talk about right now? The fact of that it's a backup card, it's an entry-level card, basically. Thank you for the stream. Everybody have a good evening. Oh, you too, Born Joker. You have a good one as well, and you're welcome. I thought about trying it out, SteamOS. Yeah, that's where everybody's talking about right now. SteamOS is the place. Now, what the good part is, if they do come out with the 50-50, you could use it as a spare card for when you need, what do you call it, Physics X 32-bit. You can plug it into the secondary slot and use it with your 5090 and get great performance. You ask. 5060 is one thing, but a 5050 should have been in a laptop. That should have been entry-level laptop. You said we all had an abusive ex. No, I was reading off what somebody said they had an abusive ex. Uriel said, I got an abusive ex. I just read that. And I was repeating I was just repeating what you guys wrote. That's all I did was repeat it. You and me, pal. Yeah. That's sweet. SteamOS is RTX 5050 doesn't support Physics X either. Well, see, I tried to at least give it a little bit of leg room, but since it doesn't do that, then I don't know. I don't really know what we can do with it. Fedora is talking about dropping 32-bit libraries. That's not good. They're watery vents. I was thinking about doing Fedora, but I don't know now. You would need a card from the previous generations. Yep. $5070 performance for $250. Impossible without AI. Machine. Oh, machine, you're right. A GTX 1650 for $50 would work well for Physics X. It doesn't need a PCIe power connector. You're right, I got one right here. This is what this is right here. Without a power connector. It's MSI. I got me an MSI card too. It works. It works. But I don't think with my 4070 I really need a secondary card. So I'm good there. I'm good there. And you know what, guys? I'm going to go ahead and call it right here, and I'm going to call it an evening because it's been, you know, mouth drying kind of thing, and I'm out of water. And I take medication. This is the reason why I get dry mouth all the time. So that's the reason why I'm constantly drinking water. So, but anyway, guys, it has been fun. Hopefully this was kind of a good deal for you guys so you can see what's going on with Linux. Everybody's giving their opinions. I'm taking in consideration, giving you my opinions. You're giving me your opinions. We're all giving opinions everywhere. It's just everybody's throwing opinions here, opinions there, opinions everywhere. Hopefully I did that right. But anyway, if this is your first time here and you enjoyed yourself this evening, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And you hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. And also too, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you right here today. We do have a YouTube membership. If you want to join and help support the channel, you're more than happy to. That's up to you. If you want to help support the channel, that's the best way to do it. Just saying. But anyway, next stream, Gramps. Good finding your stream. Alrighty, there you go. But until the next time in the next video, guys, we will see you on the next one. Take care. Have a great evening. I'm going to get out of here. We'll talk to you later. Peace out for now. Be safe. You know how it goes. Click, click.